Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Battle Brothers Season 3. As today, we're apparently starting with this. It popped up right when I loaded in. Looks to be a fairly basic reminder of where we're headed. Due west, that sounds about right, near Damwald. And yeah, I think that's got to be our focus today. Making sure that no matter what else we do, we track down that pesky barbarian king. But since it seems like we're wandering around for at least a little while longer, I figure we've got the cash. We just unlocked this guy last time around. So let's go ahead and give the bounty hunter a shot. Like I said, I've tried him before. It's been a couple of years, but I remember trying him before and never having much luck with him. I'm curious to see if things have changed. I mean, in theory, it's a little extra challenge in exchange for essentially a guaranteed famed item. Assuming you're victorious, of course. But we'll see how it goes. Wait. Windlands? Pretty sure it said Norrenford last time, but it must have updated again when we loaded in. Oh, here we go. There's no doubt now, with all the signs you've encountered and all the reports that people have given you, you finally know exactly where the barbarian king and his war host is headed. The only thing left to do is confront him. Sounds like a plan. Okay, we've got, well, not eyes on, but we have an area. We have a specific area being earmarked. We'll head for Damwald, and then from there, straight to where they're pointing us. Though I guess we might... Well, no, we should stay focused. Just in case this guy is, in fact, still moving around. We can check for camps on the way back out. Terror contract in Damwald. Hate to say it, but we could actually use more web-necked parts. We're running short on reinforced nets, and I wouldn't mind stockpiling more poison. I never thought to try it, but apparently you can poison your handgun shot. And there we go, Barbarian King. Many Reavers, one King. Okay. Well, Reavers we can deal with. The king is an unknown. So we should make sure we go in heavy. No one under level 7 if we can help it. We want everyone to have at least Nimble. Well, no, because we also want... Zarmal and Rassel. And we should probably have Cetrus, too, for armor smashing. Alright, let me pull the crossbowmen. Slot in Zar, slot in Rassel. Oh, and speaking of poison, we could switch Zar off to a stabby dagger. Go for puncturing poison attacks. And then Cetrus. Let's pull Tommy. Okay, let's do this. To those who are about to die, etc., etc. The barbarian king comes to the field with his war host, a party of oversized miscreants, growling warriors, sheepish slaves, and howling women. It is the army of a man who has collected from the land every scrap of resource, every inch of advantage, and will surely collect civilization itself. As surely as a simple snowball may become an avalanche. You prepare the men for battle. Man, I really want to say we've got this, but that guy makes me so nervous. And there he be. Sadly, not unhelmed as he was in the preview. That would have certainly made things easier. Hirsute hounds herald their approach, met with cold bronze and colder steel. A grim task, but necessary, to spare the raiders' distraction as even greater threats loom. The Reavers approach, fanning out, and Rook steps up to meet them. His jab goes wide, but the signal is clear. The rest of the raiders advance. A crack of bones on the north. Berlin blocks on the south. Random scans the field, then rushes a raised brute, wielding a wickedly barbed harpoon. Zarmal moves in, preparing to meet their leader. Realizing too late that he forgot to poison his dagger. But he's quickly backed up by others, so perhaps it won't be needed. Fingers crossed. Cetra strikes a telling blow, a leg folding neath his hammer. Though Random takes a heavy hit in return. A sledge-wielding brute circles on the north. A hound on the south. Kings coming down that central column, likely to engage Zarmal and Random. Drakiith claims the first kill. A Reaver reaved, but not bereaved. Diego moves up on the north, slapping the axes out of another Reaver's hands. Bowman turns his attention to the flankers. First shot goes wide, second finds its mark. Rev peels the side of a Reaver's head with his billhook, then quickly falls back. Rassel steps up and holds. Still waiting on that king. Oh, snap. Okay, not what I was expecting him to do, but sure. Eschewing the obvious trap, the Barbarian King pivots, hopping a rise, and double-teaming Diego instead. Further south, Random rushes a sledge-wielding savage, knocking him off his perch and taking it in his stead. Val curses as the king evades their carefully laid trap. A reinforced net spilling over the armored emperor's head. A follow-up toss embeds an axe in another enemy's leg. Oh, God. Okay. A swing. The savage crack of bone. Sarmal hisses, his leg bent the wrong way. A sweep from Drak. A foot severed. A reaver hobbled in turn. Sorry. Arrow clears the rear. My goodness, come on. An awkward block, barbed protrusions, tear at Random's knuckles, fingers crooked and cracked. Diego holds. Rassel smashes the sledge-wielding savage upside the head, leaving him stunned. Rook guts the southmost northerner with his pike. Val kills another with an axe before spinning and whipping a second axe into another's face. Berlin moves up. Driving a cleaver-wielding Cad from his perch. Guys, please, you actually have to hit stuff. Though, in Random's defense, he is working with hammered fingers. A glancing hit from Drakiith, enough to unnerve a foe. Arrow clears the rear. He'll need to relocate soon. A hurled axe. Blood gushing from the gaping wound. A follow-up toss. And a tribal falls. Rassel stunlocks the savage sledge. Cetrus crushes a butcher's ankle. Diego holds the king's attention. As Annie smashes another ankle. Man, Operation Poisoned Primarch just went off the rails immediately. Poor Zarmal's arm got snapped before he even engaged. Rev guts a barbarian bludgeoner. Whilst Verlin impales the butcher. Random beats down the butcher. Drak holds, waiting for Arrow to lay down fire. Projectiles pummel the primitive Primarch. Arrows clattering harmlessly, but distractingly. Axes packing a bit more bite. Annie finishes off the second to last Reaver. And the rest of the Raiders rally, circling round, but careful to not directly engage. The king's heavy armor hangs battered and broken. And Verlin finally moves in. Random swinging wide. Oh, gosh. A mighty swing. The king's axe bites deep, piercing halfway through Diego's shield and fully through at least 2 ribs. The last of the Reavers takes that chance to run, torn by Rev's billhook in passing. He won't get far. Zarmal falls back, favoring his fractured forearm. But the rest of the raiders, spying their imperiled peddler, rush forth to his aid, rallying around the barbarian king. A fierce swing, and Diego drives him back. Annie quickly fills the gap, keeping the Primarch pinned. Though now the danger is redoubled, for neither Annie nor Random are proper shieldmen. A toss from Verlin, an axe bites deep, buried in the king's corded calf. Oh, for goodness sake, guys, please. Verlin swings in. A glancing blow at best. Oh, thank goodness. The final Reaver runs, only to stumble to a halt, falling face first to the turf. And the king himself suffers a much more violent fate, struck down as he too attempts escape. Sadly, we did not get his armor, but, I mean, that's no surprise. We basically beat it to scrap. Man, yeah, that plan went sideways from square one. Oh, no follow-up. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and swap out our wounded, of which we have a few. But, yeah, I mean, obviously my plan was to hopefully get Zarmal and Rassel engaged with the king, sort of lock him in, start stun bonking and poison puncturing to keep the armor intact, and it just did not go that way at all. Though, you know, bright side, this does give me an excuse to dole out some draughts. Give me a sec to think on that whilst I slot the rest of our guys in. Yeah, I'm not ready to rush that. We'll come back to that in a bit. And we do have to turn in this contract. But you know what? Since we have to go up to Helvik anyway, let's keep carving at this fog of war. See if we can find another target or two. We do still have a pretty combat-capable party. And it would be nice to at least clear this ambition. We'll basically do exactly what we did last time, just one step wider. Well, would you look at that? Some bleached out ruins. Perhaps precisely what we need for our current secondary goal. Though, if that is undead, we'll want to make sure we have an appropriately equipped party. Also, it's nighttime, so no Alois. Possibly Tommy. Mark has night vision. Yeah. Zarmal's on the bench, so let's pull Rassel. Mark needs XP. Alright, Raiders. Going in blind. Fingers crossed. Oh. No, that's not a champion. That's just a bandit leader. But still, that is a welcome sight. Man, we have seen so few bandits throughout this campaign. Honestly, most of this gear probably outpaced at this point, but still, I'm seeing a lot of decent saleables. and at least a few folks who forgot to bring their helmets. As the raiders wend their way through the winding woods on the long, winded road back to Helvik, they soon spy a crumbled fortification. A good place to camp, perhaps. But much to their surprise, their arrival is met with some understandable resistance. A band of bandits caught off guard. Both sides aghast at this unexpected encounter, but neither willing to simply walk away. And thus, battle is joined. Annie comes in from the side, clubbing a fellow flailman. Rex quickly joins her, eager to prove his worth. An arm lopped off with a single swing. Rook stabs a belligerent bludgeoner straight through the face. Lips lacerated, teeth laid bare. Rev leaps from on high. An overhead swing. A bandit bisected. Cetrus holds, wary of the approaching bandit boss. A hurled hatchet, a gut gashed. An arrow adds to his agony, which Drakiith quickly ends. Trip slips in beside an enemy already broken. Craven crossbowmen approach, squinting through twilight dusk. Bolts unleashed, none finding their mark. And the battle rages on. Drakiith's armor picked. And Black Crow Balthazar joins the fray. His efforts rewarded as McLeod gouges a blade into his side. The rest of the raiders rally. Hey, there we go. Another stab, a twist of the knife. The Black Crow is ready for flight. The Pikmin gurgles, half beheaded by a hurled axe. An arrow through the eye and he drops. Rook impales another, keeping the rest contained. Rev swings wide, blocking Balthazar's escape. A crossbowman bolts. Cetrus smashes a skull. Rev cleaves another. And Rook impales one more. The bandits are well and truly broken. One seeks to flee, the other is pinned in place. We've got McLeod on hand, so we do have options. A strafing shot from Mark. The final brigand falls. But of course for Balthazar himself. Another stab from Trip. Death deferred, but dangling by a meager thread. One which McLeod quickly cuts. And Warrior is unleashed. Oh, might not actually make that. Let's see. A pounce from Warrior, a charge from Rook. The Raiders stand victorious, picking over their prey's meager prizes. Though they did pull Balthazar's armor. I mean, it's not the best, but it's certainly a step up for our fledgling heavies. Oh, actually, you know what? I think that crossbow might come in handy, too. Yeah, Alois is still running light. I mean, ultimately, he's a gunner, but in the interim, it makes a nice incremental improvement. Also pulled a decent dagger. Here you go, bud. Oh, and let's get that level up taken care of. Alright, so stats first. Melee, melee defense, and let's say resolve. Though I do also want to bump initiative. I want to keep that at least somewhat viable. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab gifted. And that'll be more melee, more MDef, and then I think a +5 in initiative, since he does not have any stars in that. Yeah, that's good. Generally speaking, I want him hovering around about 100 initiative, which will be a lot easier once we pick up Brawny. And we've still got room in the cart and time on the clock, so let's push for one more. Never satisfied, never enough. Always gotta push that luck. Fur Tent Encampment. Reavers and Chosen. I mean, yeah, we're here. Might as well do it. Let me just see what kind of Chosen killing crew we can assemble on such short notice. Crossbows are of questionable use on this one. We definitely want Rassel. Probably Tommy. Rassel. I love that stun. I'm just not sure where to put you in. Could go short front, but lots of Reavers implies that might be a bad idea. Drax injured, but we need him on front line. Can't spare the firepower, though he is at half armor. Yeah, okay. Against my better judgment, let's bench Drak for repairs. And go short front. Go wedge formation. Rassel on support, backing up Trip. We'll borrow Zarmal's Katal. Alright, Raiders, let's get this done. I believe in you. But to those who are about to die, etc., etc. Following the culled king's heavy footsteps, the Raiders soon found their way to a hidden village, nestled amidst the mountain range, a staging ground for his pending assault. Heavily armed and armored warriors waiting for his signal, ready to answer his call, to crush his would-be conquests. But the signal never comes. Instead, a head, that of the would-be king, tumbles down a rise, tossed ahead to herald the raiders' arrival. Initially caught off guard, dismay gives way to rage, and bloody battle is joined. Rex, quick to meet them, his axe biting deep. And he blocks another, just as he crests the tree line. Yet more pour around on the north and south. Two solitary chosen, surveying their advance, leading from the rear. A quick lunge from Rook, a Reaver bloodied. Likewise from Rev, a Reaver's face split. McLeod steps up, stymieing a harpoon toss. Oh gosh, we have a third. Val buries an axe in the split-face Reaver's neck. Bowman lays down cover. Trip circles south. Another axe, another Reaver losing face. And the enemies push back. Rassel grazed by a hurled spear. Annie's armor worn. Javelin glancing off Rev's bony breastplate. McLeod staggers, but stays standing. We're going to need to get more support up north. 3. Gosh darn it, I thought he'd bleed out. Trip impales a shoulder, buying Rax time to sever a head. Rax moves up, supporting McLeod. It's going to get messy up there. I was really hoping the Chosen would spread out, but they all went north. McLeod isn't ready for that. Yeah, unfortunately, he's only level 6, so while he's a decent fill-in shieldman, he doesn't have Nimble yet. So if any attacks do slip past his shield, he takes the full brunt. Arrow backs him up. A hemorrhaging hooligan falls. Rev guts another. Billhook entrailed. 2 more tosses, another topples. But the rest press in. Cedrus, buddy. You gotta stop. It's hammer time. Wrestle. Freed up. Val dispatches the disemboweled enemy, then falls back. No, I don't like that. Okay, good. McLeod's hold strong. Just hang in there, bud. Help is on the way. Thankfully, the Chosen are faffing about, circling wide. Couple of circlers on the south as well, but I am less concerned with them. Tommy takes cover behind Rook, then readies his mace. These three will hold the south, the rest will push north. Also realizing now I forgot to restock Val's net. Again, really wish that was automatic. That guy really wants to get to our back line. And he exchanges blows with a barbarian butcher, crushing his ribs. Rev hammers a Chosen, paring down his resolve. Rassel finally lands a hit. A Chosen staggered. Oh. Rav is stunned as well. Annie's armor in tatters. Trip gouges a butcher's eye, breaking the man's resolve. A Reaver flanks Rev. Promptly catching an axe to the face. Arrow fires into the second Chosen's chest, finally giving him pause. Tommy stuns a Savage on the south. Third Chosen engaged. Annie breaks another on the north. Blood pooling in their boots. Verlin drops one on the south. Three still active on north. McLeod shores the line. Another swing from Rassel. The last Chosen held at bay. Trip clears the center. Chosen's already unstunned. Val double menaced. Really wish I had packed a net. Not, I suppose, that it would really make much difference now. Rook impales a shoulder. Arrow lays down fire. Oh, goodness. McLeod gutted on approach. Tommy stuns on the south, buying Rook more time, then starts pushing north. Rax hacks the final chosen, tearing his armor to shreds. And he circles wide, badly injured, but still engaging. Ver repeatedly impales a Reaver. McLeod is winded, takes a moment to catch his breath. Val holds. I hate you. A thunderous impact, barely deflected by Val's helm. Oh. He stumbles, punch drunk, catching a second swing in the ribs. Rook slaughters the second to last on the south. And Warrior, scrabbling at his leash, finally breaks free. Shit. But not quite fast enough. McLeod falls. The Chosen as well, festooned with arrows. Tommy smashes a hand. And Annie gets Val clear. Rax axing the second Chosen as well. Then moving to avenge McLeod. And hopefully to save Warrior. It'd be a real gut punch to lose both. Verlin breaks the last Reaver on the south. But the first Chosen re-engages. Adrenaline overcoming his brief bout of panic. Damn it. A wide swing. Rassel's arm clipped. No, please. Blows exchanged on the north. Rax's face split asunder. Rook rushes north, impaling a barbarian bludgeoner. Bowman adds an arrow to his neck as well. A swing from Cetrus. The Chosen's hand shattered. Winded but willing. Tommy grabs for a javelin. A careful toss. The bludgeoner falls. And he fights through the pain, stumbling to Rax's side. The mighty warrior himself, swinging half blind. Blood streaming down his fractured face. A toss from Val. The last Chosen teeters. Tommy crushes one on the south. And Val clears center. But one remains. The Axeman on the north. The warrior fight's on. Good boy. And Rev shatters the Axeman's resolve, with Rook quickly lighting off after the last remaining Reaver. Cetris smashes the Axeman's nose. And Annie stows it the rest of the way in. Crunched cartilage pushed into brain. Oh my goodness, we have not had a fight this bloody in quite some time. Might have bitten off a bit more than we could chew here, but we are going to win at the very least. Albeit at some cost. Man, yeah, I'm trying to think of how we could have handled this better. And I mean, like, we could have had Ver on the north, but we had no way of knowing they were all going to head that way. Packing a net would have helped, but only so much. Though ultimately, of course, our real shortcoming is simply that a number of our guys, as much as I like them, are working with suboptimal stat spreads. Sucks about McLouge. I mean, I liked having a Houndmaster, but at the same time, it will make room for a potential A-lister. And he's gone. You know what? Oh, hey. McLouge, you survived! Though... is that... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well. I mean, you survived. That's good. Now you can retire in peace, I guess. Because there is zero chance we're keeping a shieldman with a broken knee on the line. Alright, I mean, you know, we still effectively lost him. I mean, if it had been like a missing eye or lost fingers, we would have been okay. But man, broken joints, those are rough. Internal organ damage, too. Oh well, that's just the RNG for you. Spared his life, but not his livelihood. So is it all worth it? Oh! Well, you know what? I'm going to say that's a big yes. No shade to McLouge, but I think a level 6 Houndmaster is a fair price to pay for 2 famed items. Heavy armor and a southern shield, which actually at a glance looks pretty fantastic. That is a huge step up on melee and range defense. And then we've got our first set of proper heavy armor. And then beyond that, sufficient gold and salvage to potentially secure McLouge's replacement, because we are going to need to make sure we bring in a new third string shieldman. Someone to rotate in when Verlin or Diego are stuck on the bench. Oh man, that was a roller coaster. Alright, Raiders, let me grab these last few items here, and then I think we'll be at a good place to call it. I am spent. I mean, on the bright side, at least McLouge can go spend more time with his dogs. Broken knee or not, he still has a life to live. Sans warrior, I suppose. We'll probably hand warrior off to Diego. Or possibly bring in a new Houndmaster? I'm not sure. Maybe. We are headed south. Soon. Though we do also have that rumor of a famed item to the north. North of Helvik. I'm just not sure we're in any shape to actually try to retrieve it. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how we look once we get out Helvik way. We're still about a day out. That said, thanks for joining us, McLouge. Sorry to see you go, but at least you'll live. We'll keep him on for now. We don't have the inventory space for his gear, but we'll quietly cut him loose once we hit Helvik. That said, we'll hit the pause button for now. I'll do my best to get our guys into some sort of fighting formation here. And we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, Bowman, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.